So I've just been asked, ladies and gentlemen, how to check my coolant. Well, the first thing I want to do, of course, is open my hood. The second thing I want to do is put my hand on the coolant reservoir. And if the coolant reservoir is warmer than my body temperature, I'm going to be very careful about opening it. If it's a lot warmer, like I've just driven the car, we are never going to open the cooling system. Because much like the pressure cooker your mother cooked with when you were little, that cooks at about 8, maybe 9 pounds. And if we open that, it's going to explode, burn everything and everyone in the room. Much like this. Difference is that the opening on this is a lot smaller than a big pressure cooker pot. So when I open this, all that coolant under all that force of 17 pounds is going to blow out of that little hole upwards. It's happened to me when I was little. I've only ever done it once in my life, and I'll never do it again. But the terrifying thing about this is when that coolant comes up and the hood's right here. So let me get my training aid. If we check the trajectory of what that coolant's going to do, it's going to shoot out of that jar and it's going to hit this hood. It's going to find all of these little bends and grooves and pockets. That's going to deflect that coolant down toward your face and your chest and cause some very serious burns. So, before you check your coolant, always make sure that this is cold. You'll see a warning right on your cap. Do not open hot. Cold only. So anyway, back to the question. Sorry about my rant. Checking your coolant. BMWs, of course, your car, more than likely, we hope, will have this handy dandy little guide. And when she floats upwards, either even with the top of the cap opening or rising up to here, that is right where we want our coolant. That's the sweet zone. And we like to add mixed coolant, 50-50 water and coolant. Now if we have, other BMWs, because that's the fancy one, and we have used that system since the early 80s with the little red dot. Later ones you'll look down inside and you'll see a little white piece of foam down in the reservoir, which will say, oh my gosh, what's it going to say? Well, let's step over to my friend's car here and look. Here we go. And we'll make sure, nice and cold. So we shouldn't hear any noise when I open this. No hiss. Little hiss. Aha! That's exactly what you can see down there. If you can get a light on there, you'll see right down in the tip here, there's a little white piece of foam, and it says, what does it say? What does it say? No, it's not. What? No. Oh, trust me, it says fill or low. So once that little guy with the letters is covered, your coolant is good.